Welcome to this Daily Flow 10-minute mornings practice. I'm James and this is Matt. He's excited today. I'm starting a few minutes early, so those of you who are coming live, I apologize, but it's sort of a DVR kind of situation, so you can always skip forward and ahead. Start in any comfortable seat. Cross-legged is fine. I'm actually on a mat today. I haven't been lately, but this carpet is rough and my knees were getting scraped up. So my cushy mat available at dailyflow.yoga. Close your eyes. Place your hands face down, cupping your knees. And then draw your shoulder blades together and lift your heart. In your mind's eye, bring your attention to your sits bones, those two flat, kind of knobby bones at the base of the pelvis, and see if you can press down more there and then wrap your shoulders under. Lift your heart from behind as though somebody had a hand on your back and were scooping up. Inhale. Exhale, round your spine like cat pose. Separate the shoulder blades. Do that twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Float your right arm to the ceiling this time as you lift. Lengthen the side body. And then exhale, send that right hand across to the left leg. Take your left hand behind you like a kickstand. Wrap the right shoulder under. Look back over your left. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist a little more deeply. And then rise through center, get nice and long. Always lengthen before you twist. So get the waist long, the ribs long, and then that way you have space to take your hand across. We have a lot of problems. A lot of folks come to yoga because they have low back stuff going on. And some of that is because we twist our low back sometimes, but they're not made to twist. Our pelvis is made to be square, and the upper back is made to twist, so be present with that. In fact, a lot of us have some locking up in the upper back, which is what today's practice is really focused on. And then go ahead and come back to center, float the arms. Make your way onto your belly. We're starting in a Sphinx pose, like the, sculpture cat thing in Egypt. Planting down into your forearms, gripping the mat with your fingertips. And as we often do, think about rotating from the shoulders so it's maybe hard to see. And then press the low belly down. Don't worry about putting too much energy into the hands. You're kind of gently dragging the mat towards you. Use the back to make the back bend. So feel like your upper back is lifting up and that your shoulder blades are pressing your heart forward, and I'm pressing down on my low belly a lot. Chin is just a little bit tucked, so there's no strain in the neck. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Make a little cushion with your hands. Give your hips a wiggle. Bring your forehead to the mat. Plant your fingertips right beside your low ribs. The fingertips are very light. And again, press that low belly down. Lift from the back body. In fact, you could pick up your hands and it would not affect the back bend. Press down the low belly. Use your back muscles to motivate the back bend. Now take your hands wide. Drop your right shoulder. Look over your left. Back to center. Drop the left shoulder. Look over your right. Back to center. Lower down. Child's pose. Send your hips to your heels. Come back forward. So if you're just starting out and you're fairly new to your yoga practice, or if you have a lot of back pain or tension, then you might continue to keep your fingertips on the floor or your forearms. So those are a bit less intense. Or you'll come with me into locust pose, Salavasana. Take your forehead to the mat. Extend your arms back, palms facing down in this first round. Again, start with that opening of the shoulders. Press the low belly down. Press the thighs down. Lift just the heart. Keep the hands on the mat for now. Lengthen, lift. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lift higher. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Send your hips back to your heels. Brief child's pose. Inhale rolls you forward, coming to the belly. Either of those options, or extend your arms long beside you. Squeeze your toes together. Find the low belly connection first. Press down. Now lift the feet. Lift the thighs. We'll use the back body to get long. The low belly is pressing down, and it's that anchor that protects the low back. So you're lengthening out from the low back. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Brief child's pose. One last round. Roll yourself forward. This time I'm going to interlace my fingers behind my back. Again, this is mostly here because it makes it easier to open my chest more. Squeeze those legs together. Start by pressing the low belly down. Now get long and lift. Lift everything. Slow, steady breaths. There's an intensity here. There should not be any pain. It takes this bit of concentration, so stay with your breath. One more round. Lower down. Turn onto your back this time. So the focus today is back bending, heart opening, which opens your physical front body, activates your physical back body, which we take for granted a lot, and also opens your energetic heart, which is very near to your physical heart. Plant your feet. Fingertips can brush the heels. Before you come up into your bridge pose, energize the feet and traction the low back onto the mat. We've done this several times. If you've been practicing with me for a while, press the heels of the palms into the hip creases, lengthen the low back. Breathe. Now try to maintain some of that length as you release the hands, and then press down and curl the spine off the mat. Feel each vertebra one at a time. At this point, if you have yoga blocks, you can put one under your pelvis if you'd like. I am going to bend my elbows and bring my hands onto my pelvic structure. My hands are cupping my butt. There's no cool way to put it. Feel the energy of the feet. Feel the length of the spine. Now I'm going to use my hands here to sort of traction the pelvis so the tailbone is traveling towards the knees. Feet are active. It's very deep. Big front body opener. Inhale. Exhale, release all of that. Roll yourself down. Don't do a big windshield wipe or anything. Instead, just cocoon your knees into your forehead to your knees. Engage the core to counter the back bend. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Press down to the feet. Curl the spine up. So again, at this point, you can slide a block under. You can use your hands. You can also interlace your fingers. I failed to mention that. I'm going to interlace my fingers this round and walk my shoulder blades together. Breathing into the heart space. This heart-centered breath is a really nice practice. We're going to be here for just a moment longer. So in your mind's eye, put your attention in the heart space, right in the center of the chest cavity. And then lower down. I have a hard time keeping my eyes open when I do that. I have to realize that I'm not just practicing on my own. There's someone else here. Cocoon your knees to your forehead, forehead to your knees. Press down the low ribs. Scoop out the belly. Lower down. Third round, final round. Any of those expressions that you like, you can take a bridge pose, a supported bridge pose. You can use your hands, you can interlace your fingers, or you can come with me to a wheel pose. This whole practice has been about warming up the back. So whatever your deepest expression is that you feel comfortable with, especially if you're tight in the morning, you may not want to take a full wheel. Fingertips press the heels, press down, curl the spine up. So I'm going to come into wheel, but first I'm going to interlace my fingers. I'm doing that because I have some traction to walk my shoulder blades together and open up the heart. Then I can plant my hands by my ears. Elbows are pointing straight up to the ceiling. Press down to lift up. Push with the feet. Push with the palms. Lengthen the low back. Lengthen the spine. Open the heart. 3 more breaths. Imagine you're squeezing something between your thighs. And lower down. Knees to forehead, forehead to knees. Round the back. The exact opposite of what we just did. Lower down, place a hand on your heart and one on your stomach. Again, walk those shoulder blades under. Let the knees rest against one another. For the nervous system, back bends are down regulating. But something that's very intense, like a big wheel pose, and I'm not as flexible as maybe some of you, but something that has a bit of physical intensity, my heart rate's up a little bit. I feel a shift for sure. So I'm just coming back to my breath. Make your way to a seat. Maybe roll to one side and come to sit. The theme for this week that I'm holding in mind is being present in challenge. I won't even say discomfort. None of this should be painful ever, but there is a level of discomfort. There's a level of uncomfortability. I think comfort maybe is a little overrated, frankly. We always want to be comfortable. Life is not comfortable, and this is a practice not just for the sake of yoga itself, but for life. So, when you're in those moments of discomfort here on the mat where you know you're safe, you have a chance to practice for what's coming off the mat. So maybe the next time you find yourself challenged, maybe that will happen today, and you sort of want to step back, you can just be present. Just notice your breath. You'd be surprised. Even if someone is speaking, even if you're in a tense situation, especially if you're in a tense situation, and you bring your own awareness to your breath, it tends to diffuse things. At least for you, definitely for you, often for the room. Gather your hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. The light that is in me bows to and honors the light that is in you. The light that exists regardless of comfortability. Namaste. Thank you so much for your time and for your practice. As always, if you have a moment, like, share, subscribe, all of those things, and feel free to drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions, anything particular that you would like to work on. I'd love to hear from you.